The first rule drilled into every human envoy was simple: do not touch the royal family. The second rule was even clearer: if the royal family touches you, remain perfectly still. So when the alien princess smiled, stepped forward, and wrapped her luminous arms around my shoulders, pulling me against her chest as if I were something precious, every instinct screamed that I'd just made a catastrophic mistake. "You belong here," she said softly. The grand hall of Accord went silent. Thousands of alien delegates from 100 star systems froze mid-motion. Diplomatic drones hovered uncertainly. Translators lagged for half a heartbeat, as if the universe itself needed a moment to process what had just happened. I was a human. I was touching royalty of the Aurelian star Concord. And she had claimed me. My name is Captain Jonah Reyes, and until that moment, I was just another representative of humanity, present but not truly welcomed. The Aurelians were ancient, radiant beings composed of bioluminescent flesh and crystalline bone structures. They were tall, graceful, and unnervingly calm. Their empire had endured for tens of thousands of years, long before humanity had figured out agriculture. They tolerated us. That was the word they used. Humanity was young, loud, emotionally unstable, and, according to every Aurelian risk assessment, dangerously unpredictable. We were invited to the Concord not as equals, but as an experiment. Observed, studied, kept at arm's length, especially from the royal bloodline, especially from Princess Lysara Aurelian. She was not supposed to notice me. I was assigned to logistics support, present to answer questions about human expansion routes and adaptive fleet designs. Safe topics. Neutral topics. Topics that did not involve politics, culture, or, worst of all, emotion. But from the moment I entered the Grand Hall, I felt it. Eyes on me. Not hostile. Curious. Princess Lysara sat beside the Star Empress on a floating dais of living light. Her form shimmered with soft gold and pale blue hues, her long hair flowing like liquid starlight. Unlike the others, her colors shifted constantly, not in disciplined patterns, but in restless, expressive waves. She was watching me like I was a puzzle she wanted to solve. That alone was dangerous. The Concord progressed as expected. Trade routes were debated. Defense pacts delayed. Humanity's proposals were acknowledged, then quietly tabled for future evaluation. The Aurelians preferred stability over speed, perfection over progress. Then it was my turn to speak. I didn't read from the prepared statement. I talked about why humanity expanded so fast. Not for conquest, but because standing still scared us. I talked about our colonies failing, about mistakes, about rebuilding from ash and vacuum and grief. I talked about how we didn't wait to be ready, because readiness was a luxury the universe never granted. The hall murmured. Aurelian delegates shifted uneasily. Disorder made them uncomfortable. The princess leaned forward. Her glow brightened. "You speak as though uncertainty is a virtue," one elder said coolly. "It is," I replied, "because it forces growth." The Empress considered me with distant interest. "And when growth causes harm?" I swallowed. "Then we learn. Or we die. Those are the only options nature respects." Silence followed. Then soft laughter. Not mocking. Delighted. It came from the dais. Princess Lysara rose. She descended the steps slowly, her radiance filling the hall. Every Aurelian present bowed their heads. I remained standing because no one had told me what to do when an alien princess approached a human speaker mid-session. She stopped inches from me, close enough that I could feel a gentle warmth, like standing near a star seen through thick glass. "You are different from the others," she said. "With respect, Your Highness," I said carefully. That's generally true of all humans. Her smile widened. I have studied your people, she said. Your history is chaos wrapped in hope. You should not exist. Yet here we are, I said. She lifted one glowing hand. Then she touched my arm. Gasps rippled across the hall. Royal contact with non-Aurelians was forbidden. Royal contact with humans, whose biochemistry was notoriously reactive to Aurelian energy fields, was considered reckless. But nothing happened. No alarms. No collapse. No guards rushing forward. Princess Lysara's colors flared brighter. Fascinating, she whispered. Then she did the unthinkable. She pulled me in, wrapped her arms around me, and said, for all to hear, you belong here. The fallout was immediate. The Concord was suspended. Delegates argued in furious, controlled bursts of light and sound. Medical teams scanned me for radiation poisoning, neural destabilization, or spiritual contamination. Yes, that was a real category in Aurelian diagnostics. I was fine. More than fine. Something in me felt steadier, as if the universe had briefly aligned instead of fighting me. Princess Lysara was confined to her chambers for her own safety. I was confined for everyone else's. That night, she visited me. Her presence lit the containment room like dawn. You should not have done that, I said, breaking every protocol in existence. She tilted her head. I know. Your people are furious. They are afraid, she corrected gently, as they have been for a very long time. She sat across from me, folding her luminous limbs elegantly. You did not react, she said. Every other species does. Pain, fear, collapse. But you've absorbed it. I shrugged. Humans are good at that. Her glow dimmed slightly. That is what frightens them, she admitted. You adapt not by resisting change, but by welcoming it. She told me the truth that night. The Aurelians were dying. Not quickly. Not dramatically. Slowly, elegantly, and inevitably. Their biology was too stable, their society too resistant to deviation. Their evolution had stalled, not technologically, but spiritually. They feared humanity because we represented what they had lost. Motion, risk, the willingness to become something new. You do not belong at the edge of our Concord, she said softly. You belong at its heart. I don't think your council agrees. She smiled again, that dangerous, luminous smile. They will. The crisis came sooner than expected. A rogue stellar fracture tore through Aurelian-controlled space, collapsing trade hubs and threatening core worlds. The Aurelians responded with containment protocols refined over millennia. They failed. The fracture grew. Humanity proposed a solution that was inelegant. Redirect energy flows. Sacrifice unmanned stations. Collapse part of the fracture intentionally to stabilize the rest. The Aurelians hesitated. Princess Lysara did not. She stood before the council and spoke words that would echo for generations. We have survived by avoiding loss, she said. Humans survive by accepting it. If we do not learn from them now, we will not survive at all. She turned to me. Captain Reyes, will you stand with us? I didn't hesitate. The operation was chaos. Human and Aurelian ships flew side by side, doctrines clashing, adapting in real time. Humans improvised. Aurelians adjusted. The fracture collapsed, not cleanly, not beautifully, but effectively. The core worlds were saved. The Concord was changed forever. So was I. At the Victory Assembly, Princess Lysara approached me again. This time, no one tried to stop her.